is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome to what I hope is the final part of this Mega Pearl pixel art tutorial. So, where we last left off, we were doing a lot of the facial detail, but I want to start from the bottom, and we're going to work our way all the way up to the cape, and then to the face, and we'll be done. Also, if you aren't going to go over the colors, you might notice in the thumbnail, I used, I think, pink concrete. I want you guys to try pink wool if you feel like it's a little bit too dark, as that might have been the a major change in what the pixel art looks like. So pink wool, not pink concrete, might be the lighter shade you need. I might test it out and re-upload the thumbnail if it looks better that way. Anyways, what we're going to do is go to the bottom of the torso on the left side where we have this kind of two vertical shape, and you can see it on the right hand camera screen where I'm placing the blocks now towards the floor. We're going to go to where we have this two vertical, and actually let me see if I can kind of level out my screen a little bit because it does look a little bit off. There we go. That might be a little bit better. So what we're going to do first is from this two vertical, we're going to put 7 pieces of placement block to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 block of coal. Perfect. Now from there, what we're going to do is we're going to start going up and to the right. So put your placement block on top each time, and we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 single, 1, 2, up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, and as you can see, this is like the sash that's in the middle of her torso. It's just going to go all the way across towards the shoulder strap over there. So from here, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single again, up and to the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then we're going to start switching it up. We're going to go up and to the right 5 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just zoom out real quick. And from the top, the 5th single right here, we're just going to add an extra block to the right, and then put 2 on top of that. 1, 2. Perfect. So from here now we have a split or a choice to make. We can either go back down and connect to the other side of her shirt over there, or we can go up here and try to connect to that single, completing the cape. I think we're going to work with this bottom right corner of this L shape we created. So we're going to go underneath it with the placement block and go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. Down into the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. And that should touch the wall over there. Perfect. And now if you guys manage to make like maybe 1 block off or something like that, and it's like 1 block too far or something, this part is negligible. It doesn't really matter. So if, like, let's say I put the block here, for example, or here by accident, it doesn't really matter. This doesn't connect to anything else. It's just detail. So don't be too hard on yourselves if certain things don't connect properly. As long as it looks like the general idea is the same, you should be fine. I cannot stress that enough. There's always somebody freaking out in the comment section, and their pixel art will be just fine without being perfect. Anyway, let's go back up to the L shape we have right here and put a placement block on top, because we're going to be going up and to the right and connecting to that single over there. So from there, we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. Placement block down. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're really close to the wall right here. All we're going to do now is go up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And it should have met at the diagonal. Same rule here applies to what we had down there. As long as you have something meeting up at the diagonal here, you're fine. It doesn't really matter. We're just creating like a sash shape. We already have the outline completely built, so you do not have to freak out over these things. I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to keep reminding you guys throughout, because there's plenty of stuff like the shoulder pads that if you mess up by maybe 1 block, it does not matter. Anyways, now that we've connected, we can rotate to the left side over here where we have this R shape with 1 placement block on the bottom. And as you can see, if you look at the right hand camera screen, there's like a V shape in her neck, and it's at the bottom of the center. So this block right here, let me just delete it a couple times so you can see what we're working with. And from here, we're going to be going down and to the left. So put your placement block underneath or to the left side. 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down and to left, 1 single. Down and to left, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down and to the left, 10 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to go down and to left 2 flat, 1, 2. Put a placement block at the end right there. And then finally, we're just going to go down and to left to 6 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to finish this up by going down a 7th single, but technically creating a 2 flat shape with this. So we created that 2 flat shape. We already had one of the blocks there, which connects us to the wall. Now let's go back and delete these extra dirt blocks now. And you can see on the right hand camera screen now we have the torso completely done well, or done correctly. The sash is there, and then you can see the splits in the 2 parts of the t-shirt. Over here, coming up and to the left from what we just touched, you can see these 2 placement blocks I have right here. Those were supposed to be deleted. I don't know why those are there, so I'm going to delete those right now. And let me actually see what's next. We can go to the left shoulder or right shoulder. I'm thinking we're going to work with the left shoulder first. So, going to where we have the placement blocks on the left shoulder. So let's fly all the way over up there. We should have this 1 single coming down into the right from this 8 flat right here. So let's just mark it so you can see what I'm talking about. So we have 8 flat, and if we go down into the right, we have a single waiting. We're going to be working with that. So we're going to be going down into the right from there. So we're going to put our placement block underneath or to the right side each time. And we're going to go down into the right 4 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. Placement block. Down into the right 16 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then a placement block on the end. And let's go back and delete some of these dirt blocks because they're all over the place causing a mess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. From the 16 flat, we're going to put our placement block to the right side of it like this. And what I want to do is 2 things. First, on the top of the placement block, we're going to put 2 going up. 1, 2. And on the right of the placement block, we're just going to put a single. Working with this top 2 vertical, we're going to go up and to the left from it. So placement block on the top or left side. 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Placement block on the ends. Up and to the left 4 flat, and this should connect to the wall. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4. Perfect. Now once you have that, we can go back towards that little split we have with the 2 vertical and work with the single this time that we have floating on the right side. And from there, we're going to go down into the right 2 flat, so placement block underneath or to the right side. 1, 2. And then down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Now you can see from the right hand camera screen, the shoulder pad kind of shaped itself out correctly there. The only thing we have left to do now is there's a little bit of a fold in the t-shirt, this like collar of her neck, and we're going to do that right now. So if you look at where we just connected everything at, we did everything with this 2 vertical right here, and following it down towards what we just connected to, you can see where the neck is. From the neck, we're going to put 1 placement block right here in this bottom right corner, and look where I placed it on the cameraman screen. And then from there, we're going to put 2 pieces of coal on top. 1, 2. Double check again if you need to make sure where you're placing it, because this is very important. And from these 2 verticals we just created, we're going to go up and to the left. So let's put our placement block on the top or left side, and let's go up and to the left 2 vertical 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. Perfect. From this top set of 2 vertical, we're going to go to the top block in it, and I want you to put an extra 5 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block on the end. Up and to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Placement block on the end. Up and to the left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, placement block. Up and to left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, placement block. And then from there up and to left 2 singles, 1, 2. Perfect. So that's actually the left side of the build complete. We just need to do what we just did on the right side now, and we should be able to move on to the face and be done. So actually, let me double check that the little frills are correct as well. Those are good. On the right side, we do have a couple of things to connect, but that shouldn't be too bad. But we're gonna start first on the bottom right of the arm, where we have this long 7 plank of dirt blocks that we didn't actually connect to anything. So fly all the way to the bottom right. You should have these already with placement blocks on them. I'm gonna knock them out and then replace them so you can see what we're working with. And from these 7 flats, if we go to the left side of it and put a placement block, we can go up and to the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the left 1 single, 1. And as you can see, we already had a placement block here because the little bit more we had to do with it was basically going above it, or above the connector block right there, and just adding 2 going straight up, 1, 2. Now in my build, my test builds, a couple of times I've switched it up. You can either put it 2 above here, or you can put it 2 above the single. It doesn't really matter. So I just put 2 going up. Like I said, certain things here do not matter at all. We just need 2 blocks going up right there, and you should be good. Now, following that shape, where can we work with next? Oh, perfect. I have this 3 flat over here marked out. I didn't see that. We can work with this 3 flat that I have marked out up here with the placement blocks. So going to the left blocks of that, we're going to put a placement block to the left side and put so that we can go down into left 1 single. From there, we're going to put a placement block underneath the single so that we can do 2 things. First, we're going to work with the left and right. We can work with the left or the right side. I want to work with the right side first, but let's do a little bit of both. On the left, we're going to put 5 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the right, we're going to put 1 single, like so. Working with the right side with the single, we're going to go down into the right 2 flat. So placement block underneath or to the right side. 1, 2. Down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 4 flat again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 6 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2. And then to connect this to the wall, we're just going to go up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then up and to the right 1 single. Perfect. So that's that shoulder pad done. All we need to do is that little bit of a shading thingy we did before on the right side, I want to say. So the way we're going to do that is going to the 5 flat we just created. We are going to go to from the right side, we're going to find the 2nd and 3rd block, so this one, and then the final block. So these are the blocks we're marking out. Started on the right side, we found the 2nd, 3rd, and final block. So on the final block, we're going to put 2 blocks above it, 1, 2, and then we're going to curve towards the shoulder by going up and to the right 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. Up and to the right 3 singles, 1, 2, 3. And then up and to the right 4 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block on the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. Perfect. Now that we have that connected, we can go back to the 2 flats that we have placement blocks on right here and put another piece of coal below each of them. 1, 1. And then from there, we're going to go to the left block and go down to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to the left 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And then down to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And this locks out the shape perfectly. So now we are officially done with the bottom half of the pixel art completely. The only thing we have left to do are the eyes and the mouth. So that should take us a little bit of time, but we're going to fly all the way up to where we have this vertical strip by the left side of the nose. I think it's supposed to be 6 vertical with the placement blocks. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And once you locate that, we're going to actually go above it with the placement block so that we can go up and to the right. 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Placement block on top or to the right side. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. And we're just shaping out the eye. It's a half oval shape. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. And then let me just zoom out so you can see what we're building so far. So we have 6, 3, 2, 1, 2. And now we're going to start flattening out a little bit. So let's go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat, 1, 2. And then we're going to put a placement block on the right side of that 2 flat so that we can go up and to the right, 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From that 5 flat, we have an eyebrow thing to work with here, and then we're going to have to go below it and do the rest of the eye. So let's go to the final 2 blocks on it. And on this second to last block, we're going to put 1 coal above it. And then we're going to go up and to the left 2 singles from that 1 coal. 1, 2. And then below these final 2 blocks, we're going to put 1 coal below each of them. 1, 1. And then add an extra 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Pause the frame if you need to so that you can catch up. From this newly created 5 flat, we're now going to want to find the middle block in it. So this one right here. We can see we have 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So this is the middle one. And we're going to put 1 piece of coal underneath that. From there, let's put our placement block down. And we're going to go down to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're getting ready to close off the eyeball, so let's just go down and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And on the bottom block in this 3 vertical, we're going to put 7 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now from there, we're going to go up and to the left, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to do the inner eyeball, and that's going to be pretty easy to do. We're just going to go back to the 6 flat we just placed, so this right here. And going to the right side, we're going to find a second block. And we're going to put 3 pieces of coal on top of that. 1, 2, 3. Once we have that, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. And then we're going to curve it back down and touch down right there. So let's put our placement block underneath or to the right side, like so. And then we're going to go down and to the right, 3 vertical to start off. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to finish this by going down and to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So that's it for the first eye. The second eye, as you guys already know, is cracked. So it's not really an eye, but we're going to have to do it anyways. And I think what I used for it is magenta concrete. So let me actually just double check real quick. Magenta concrete. Yep. Okay, so we're going to need magenta concrete to create the cracked shape in the eye. And this is quite the doozy to do. Once we have it done, however, we'll only have the mouth left and we'll be done. So let's first start off with this 2 singles we have. We have 2 spots marked out for the cracked eye. We have 5 singles up there and 2 singles down here. We're going to go to the bottom one though, because that's the easiest one to work with. So, going from these 2 singles, we're going to start by going up and to the left from it. 2 vertical. So we're going to put our placement block, I want to say, right here. And then go up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. Down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, we're going to go to the final block right here. And we're going to put 1 on top. And then we're going to put 4 below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now from here we have 3 splitting branches to work with. We can either go to the left side over here. We can add stuff to the top, or we can go to the bottom. I'm going to work with the bottom because it's easiest to work with right now. And we're going to put a placement block on the bottom and go down to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, we're going to go to the middle block and put 2 below it. 1, 2. And then we're going to go down to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then we're going to trace it all the way back up to the 3 flat right here. And work with the final block now. So from the final block, we're going to put a placement block on the bottom or right side. And go down into the right 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then let's finish up by going down into the right 1 single. Perfect. Now from there, what we can do is go all the way back up to this split that we had, this sideways T-shape. Remember I said we can go in 3 different directions. That was the first direction completed. Sorry if I said it weird right there. The second direction we can work with is actually the top. So going from the top, we're going to put a placement block up there and go up into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. From the top block and the 3 vertical, we can put 1 to the right. And then go up and to the right, 2 vertical. So placement block on the top or right side. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. And from this 2 flat, we can do 2 things. First, we're going to work with the right side of it. So let's mark the left block so we can come back to it later. But from the right side, we're going to place some block underneath. So we can go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. And then up into the right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. Perfect. Now let's go back now to the left block and the 2 flat we had over here that we just marked like a second ago. And we're going to put a placement block to the left so we can go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the top block in that 6 vertical, we're just going to go to the right side of it and put 2 blocks going to the right. 1, 2. Perfect. Now I know this part is very confusing. Hopefully you guys have been able to follow along. If not, be sure to slow it down and go back and backtrack where you need to. But for our next step, we're going to go to this 3 flat we've now created. And we can work with the first block in it or the last block. And I want to work with the last block here. And we're going to go up into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's put a placement block at the end. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from this second block, so this block on the right side right here, we're going to do 2 things with it. First, we're going to put 3 pieces of concrete on top. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go underneath it and put a placement block so that we can go down into the right 2 flat, which connects us to the rest of our build. Perfect. Now I'm going to go back and delete these extra dirt blocks because we don't need them. And we can go to the 3 vertical we added on top now and finish curving out the eye. So now if you look at the thumbnail, you probably notice there is a lot of detail here. And that's why this part's so complex. But hopefully you guys are able to follow along. So let's go to the top right here and put a placement block. So we can go up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left, 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if we zoom out, you can see from the right-hand camera screen that the circular shape of the eye is starting to form, but we are missing some of these cracks in it that need to be completed. So I'm going to do a bit of backtracking, all right? So first off, from the 3 singles we placed on the right side over here, we're going to go to the middle one, so this one right here. Let me zoom out so you can see, and we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to put a placement block above it, so we can go up and to the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, and then up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2, and that's it for that. And the second thing we're going to do is put a placement block underneath it, so we can go down and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, down and to the left 1 single, up and to the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, down and to the left 2 vertical 3 times in a row, so placement block underneath or to the left side, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. Perfect, and it should have met up with what we had already built at a diagonal, so you can delete that extra placement block now. So now that's what we needed to do with that corner, that right corner. Now what we can do is go rotate more around this circle shape we're building, and on the 3 flat we have right here, so the 3 flat we just placed in the top left corner, we're going to go to the block all the way on the left, and we're going to put 2 pieces of magenta concrete on top, 1, 2, and then we're going to go up into the right 1 single, so placement block on top, and then up into the left 1 single. Perfect. Now all we need to do is bring this back down and connect it to what we have down there, and then we can do the mouth and we'll be done. So going down into the left from the 4 singles, let's put a placement block underneath and go down into the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the second block from the top in the 5 vertical, we're going to put an extra single to the right. And then we're going to go down into the right from there, 3 flat, so placement block 1, 2, 3. And then down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. So everything connects. Now we can trace this back to the 5 vertical over here and continue from the bottom. So placement block underneath as we go down into the left 8 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down into the right 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. And then delete your old placement blocks, and this is starting to look really good. Now the final steps is all we're going to need to do is go down into the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. So placement block on the bottom or right side, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. And if you look at the right hand camera screen, this looks like the complete crack in the crystal, so this is perfect. And now all we need to do is use this crack in the crystal to find where we're going to put the mouth. So if we follow this all the way to the bottom where we have these 2 bottom fractals or whatever you want to call them, you should see we have one ending in a single over here on the right side and another one ending in a 2 vertical. The one that's ending in the 2 vertical, we're going to go there and we're going to actually go down and to the left from it 2 placement blocks, 1, 2, like so. And then we're going to switch to our block of coal, not magenta anymore, and we're going to put 7 pieces of coal going down below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's going to start the mouth. Alright, so if you made it this far, pat yourselves on the back. We're almost done. This is the home stretch. So from this 7 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom of it and go down into the left with placement blocks. 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into left 2 singles, 1, 2. And now we're going to flatten out, so put your placement block on the bottom left side still, but get ready to go flat. Down to left 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into left 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to start raising it back up, just to create this U shape for the mouth. So you can still put your placement block on the left side, and we're going to go up into left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. And from the first set of 2 flats, so this lower pair right here, we're going to go to the left block in it and put 1 coal on top. Then we're going to go from that 1 coal and put a marker on it because we're going to come back to it when we need to do the teeth and the tongue. But I want to create the mouth shape first. So let's go to this next set of 2 flat and go up and to the left from it. 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement block on top. Up into left 2 vertical, 1, 2. placement block on top, up and to the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to go to the final block and put 2 blocks underneath it, 1, 2, and mark those 2 blocks. Then what we're going to do is go to the right of it and put a placement block so that we can go up and to the right 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're trying to do is reach this top right corner over here to close out the mouth shape. So we're going to keep putting our placement block on the top or right side. And let's go up and to the right 3 flat 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. And if we go back and delete these blocks, you can see that we have only about 1 space left. So all we're going to do is go up and to the right 1 single, and that should close us out. Perfect. Now the last steps are the mouth and tongue and teeth, or whatever it's called. And we're going to do that from the single we have on the bottom right here. We're going to go there, delete this placement block, put a placement block on top, and then we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical with our concrete, 1, 2. Up and to the right, 3 singles, 1, 2, 3. And from those 3 singles, what we can do is find the top one, so this one all the way up here. And we're going to put an extra 2 to the left, 1, 2. And then we're going to connect it to those 2 verticals we have over there by going down into the left 5 flat. So placement block on the bottom or left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And the only thing we have left to do is go to the right side of this 3 flat now and raise it up into the cheek over there. So we're going to put our placement block on the right side so we can go up into the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. And then we're going to touch the wall now by going up into the right 2 flat and then 1 single. 1, 2, 1. Perfect. So if you've made it this far in the tutorial, pat yourself on the back once again. You guys are pretty much completed it. All we need to do now is go over the colors, which, like I said, I did pink concrete, I want to say. If anybody thinks that's a little bit too dark from the thumbnail, try using pink wool for her skin. But what we're going to do now is jump into the finished build and talk about the colors. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the tutorial, and if you have, consider subscribing. Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the finished build for this Mega Pearl from Steven Universe. So when we go over our colors, just be reminded that I did not use pink wool for the skin, but I'm thinking of swapping out the colors and seeing how that looks. If you guys want to see in the bottom corner towards her belly button, you can see that's what the pink wool looks like compared to the pink concrete. And I'm thinking it gets the lighter shade done, so I'm probably going to recolor it. You'll know at the end of this video if I did. But let's go over the colors as I did it. So first off, you're going to need magenta terracotta, light blue concrete, white concrete, pink concrete, magenta concrete, white terracotta, light gray concrete, and pink terracotta. And we can just jump right into it. So for the cape, you can see there's 4 sections hidden in the back that we use the magenta terracotta for. So underneath the arm, right here, on the left side, and the same thing goes for the right side. We have this underneath the armpit area right here, and then another triangle on the end. And that's all we're going to use the magenta terracotta for the cape. I think we also use it for the hair and the back of the mouth, but I'm just talking about for the cape for now. Then if you go into the stomach area, you can see that we have this bottom panel for the skin. I used pink concrete here. I'm going to try swapping it out for pink wool. It looks lighter. But then above that, you can see that there's a sash, and then the shirt comes into play. So for the shirt and the sleeves of the arms, we're going to be using magenta concrete, as you can see. So we have this triangle on the right here. Then we have this other squarish area on the left right here on the top left. And then we have both arms are magenta concrete. Then we have this sash in the center that covers up the entirety of her torso that we're going to use white terracotta for. And then we can move up to the neck and shoulders. So for this part, I find it easier to switch over to the pink terracotta and fill in both circles on both shoulders with that. And then go into this top area between the neck and the shoulder pads and fill that in with light gray concrete on both sides. And then that leaves everything else in between to be colored in with white concrete. You can see we have this little fold right here, the frills, this bottom part of the neck in the V shape, and then the other frill on the left side. From there, we can move on to the neck and the face. We used pink concrete for everything. We already had everything outlined, so you can just fill in the entirety of the face with pink concrete and you should be fine. And then when you move up to here and reach the mouth, you can see that we used pink terracotta for the tongue, white concrete for the teeth, and then magenta terracotta for the back of the throat, which is on the left side right here. Moving on to the eyes, you can see we have the white concrete on the outline and then the light blue concrete on the inline. And then if we were to use the white concrete for the gem, we can go and do that up there. Oh, I forgot one more color. Yellow terracotta for the crown. Let me see if that's yellow terracotta or yellow concrete. It's yellow concrete, my bad. So yellow concrete for the crown. Yep. I didn't even notice that. And then now the final piece is going to be the little ribbon that's on the neck side of the crown, and then the hair. And we're going to color everything right there in with magenta terracotta, as you can see the color right here. And then you are finished. So make sure you freeze frame the right hand camera screen if you need to. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this build. I'll probably show a quick snippet of the full pink build at the end here, and then just not say anything, but I'll just probably swap the thumbnail if it looks better. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.